Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful day here at Option Pit. You gotta love the world when you're at Option Pit. So I want to remind everybody on Saturday we're doing our VIX primer, and that starts Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So the time's off there, but it's 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, 8:30 p.m. It's gonna be Andrew, myself. Lots and lots of top-notch education. So be there or be square. It's going to be a great time. Go to optionpit.com/VIX Primer to view. So let's talk about the market. Well, a little bit of a recovery today from yesterday. Weird overnight range. I don't know if you guys have seen the futures, but this morning at 5 a.m. Central Time, 6 Eastern, I'm looking at S&P futures. They're up 20. I take a look like half an hour later, and they're only up 9. And then for a period of time, they were down 10. So just all in all, multiple ugly things out of the S&P 500. And I'm not exactly sure what to make of it, but it certainly doesn't point toward, in my opinion, an overly healthy market. We've got the VIX up and the SPX up at the same time right now. VIX futures are up mightily. The VIX, if it gets a little more pop, is likely to blow through VXV, which will then kind of put the full market back in kind of its backwardation mode. So I think there's potential here for kind of the whole market to meander lower. That's the way it's acting like it wants to move. Apple showing a little strength. I would be unshocked if that was a relatively easy fade. Apple historically does not do well after these iPhone announcements. Has typically been sold off, a little less than 2%, so nothing crazy, but it's typically been down, not up. And some other ugly earnings out today. Lulu getting murdered. Lululemon getting murdered. So the one bright spot people are pointing toward is oil that is kind of flattish. And gold getting a little bit of a bounce today. But overall, not a lot that looks super appetizing here in terms of a long position. I think that there will be an opportunity to get long a name like VXX. Maybe some well-picked names could work. There's Amazon's been strong until kind of the turnaround yesterday, and Google has been really a rock. Real weaknesses in the financials, and obviously Cboe is a name that when it gets sold off the market, we continue to think is a purchase. We were encouraging all sorts of people. We've been working on with all sorts of people, and been kind of telling people, if this gets sold off of the overall market, it's one that really benefits. And I think one can see kind of how that's worked out for the stock if you look at the daily chart. So one of the nice things is when Cboe gets sold off of the market, you can see it just crazily outperforming the S&P, and that's because VIX and SPX option volume is blowing up. So on that note, I'm going to wish everybody a great day. Again, go to optionpit.com/VIX Primer to check out what we've got going on. And if you got questions, you can email me, mark@optionpit.com. You can call me 888-TRADE-01.